Is it possible to turn a Mai Tai into an old fashioned? Probably. Is it something that would be tasty? Maybe. Is it something that anyone should be doing? Probably not. Am I doing it for today's video? I'm yet to find a rum-based old fashioned that I really enjoy. I really like brandy. I've even had a smoked gin old fashioned, which I adored. Rum though, for some reason I haven't fell in love with a rum-based old fashioned. So my favourite tiki cocktail is the Mai Tai. It's juicy, it's almond forward, and it's got some of the nicest rums you can think of in that split base. I love using 30ml of a blended Jamaican rum, 15ml of an overproof rum, and then 15ml of a rum agricole. These three together are a match made in heaven, especially when you add in orgeat to the mix, that fresh lime, and of course the dry curacao. It's such a tasty drink. It's no wonder it's the favourite tiki drink of mine. Probably even the favourite rum drink, full stop. It's fantastic. Can I get that into an old fashioned though? That's the issue. In theory, it could work. I could use a split base. I could still have the syrup, but the one omission is going to have to be the lime. And for many, getting the flavour of the lime and freshness into the Mai Tai is the key component of the Mai Tai. I know it is for me. But we'll try. Now before we get into making the drink, I just want to cover a few common misconceptions with the Mai Tai. If you go to a bar and you see a Mai Tai on a menu, and that has pineapple juice, orange juice, grenadine, a float of dark rum, these may be lovely cocktails, they're not a Mai Tai. A Mai Tai has no fresh juice except for lime juice. The Mai Tai was first on the menu in the 1940s in Trader Vic's. It's a Trader Vic's cocktail like many of the classic tiki cocktails. But now it's time to see if I can take a Mai Tai and apply it to an old fashioned format. Wish me luck. Weirdly, for a Mai Tai, I'm not grabbing the shaker tins, but I am grabbing a mixing glass. The first step of all of my old fashions are some sort of bitter. And the two I've grabbed today are some lime bitters, and I'm thinking 2 dashes of lime bitters. The reason for the lime bitters is just to guide that cocktail in this fresher direction. It's not the only lime element in the drink, but I think it's going to be a key component. Just 2 dashes of lime bitters will be fine. I'm also going to add in 1 dash of orange bitters, just to accentuate the orange that the dry curacao normally has in the drink. 1 dash should be fine. The next step is quite simple and similar to the Mai Tai. I'm going to be adding a syrup, and in this case it's going to be orgeat. This is an almond syrup, commonly known as orgeat. Any Mai Tai has got to have that almond note, that nutty flavour to it, and that's why I'm going in with 7.5ml of the orgeat. I then want to get into the dry curacao element. Some bars use Cointreau, some use Ferron dry curacao, which is a great product. But I'm going for the Grand Marnier here, and I'm actually going to incorporate it in the split base. So I'm going to use 7.5ml of Grand Marnier. Woo! Now into the rums on show. Obviously a Mai Tai is famous for that split base. It's a way to showcase some of the best rums on the market, and this hopefully will be no different. I'm going for 22.5ml of the rum agricole. I went for the Vsop Clement on this one. It's really tasty. I prefer it to the Blanc, and I just think rum agricole as a whole is a nicer category than cachaça, although it's made pretty much the same way, so that's relatively interesting. I love using a blended Jamaican rum. I'm not affiliated in any way to say this, but I really enjoy Appleton. I've used this rum for the best part of a decade now, and it's a bottle that I always go back to. The signature blend is really tasty and would work well in many shaken cocktails. As this is an old fashioned, I want something with a bit more punch and a bit more nuance, so I went for the 8-year. 30ml of your chosen rum. Now as it stands, that could be a really tasty cocktail. I want to try and elevate it a touch more. So I've got a 20% saline solution here, and I'm just going to add in 3 or 4 drops. You put salt on your food to bring out the flavour, why not do the same for your cocktails? Trust me, it may sound strange, but until you've given it a go, you just don't know what you're missing. Now that's stirred down to dilution, it's time to serve. We're going to strain this into a chilled rocks glass. To garnish, I'm going to use lime in a two-step process. First, some peel to wipe around the glass, and then cut a small coin to just place on top. Wipe that around the glass, and then I've just cut a small coin of lime to pop on top. So there we have it, the Mai Tai Old Fashioned. It's very interesting. It's definitely not a Mai Tai. Does it smell a touch like a Mai Tai? Well, no, a Mai Tai is normally garnished with mint, but okay. It's relatively good. Firstly, the rum. The Appleton 8 Year is a gorgeous bottle of rum. You can taste that straight away. You've got this Jamaican funk, and it's accentuated even more with the addition of the rum agricole. The Grand Marnier isn't really coming through too much. Even with a dash of orange bitters, it's not a well-rounded flavour. What is the most surprising to me is that the orge is pretty much non-existent. It's really being dominated in this format. The lime actually brings a lot of the almond flavours through. It helps the orge. This is struggling to hold its weight. Is it a nice cocktail? Yeah, definitely. It's hard to make an old-fashioned tropical because at its roots, it's not a tropical cocktail. There's a reason Tiki exists, and this is not it. But rum is so much more than just Tiki, and that is actually quite a tasty rum cocktail. Would I say that the Rum Old Fashioned is something that I could potentially fall in love with? Maybe you're going to have to send me some of your specs, because right now it's tasty, and I'm sure if a few of you make it, you'll agree that it's a tasty cocktail, but it's not what it could be. If you enjoyed, feel free to drop a like, and if you want to see more content, you can always subscribe. If you want to see more of me on a daily basis, you can always go over to Speak Easier UK on Instagram, where I'll be posting daily content. Similar to this, not similar to this, it's just going to be a medley of everything. It's been a pleasure, and I'll speak to you all next time. Cheers!